Hi everyone, I'm Chung Win for Notebooks.com, and in this video we're going to go ahead and take a look at the text input keyboard on the Samsung Droid Charge, and then we're going to compare it to the HTC Thunderbolt's software input keyboard. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, and to do that we're going to go ahead and open up the Gmail application so we can pull up the keyboard. I'm going to go ahead and go in and try to compose a new message, and this brings up the keyboard down here. The keyboard is relatively clean. The only secondary characters are on the top row here where the numbers are. You can go ahead and type in the keyboard, and there are spelling suggestions and autocorrection here. And we're going to go ahead and try to type something. I'm going to go ahead and purposefully misspell the keyboard, the word keyboard here. What I typed is right here on the left, and the highlighted word in the yellow is the correct spelling. If I hit the space bar, it will use the correct spelling. Again, here we have different options for the autocorrection, and great is the closest one to what I typed, which is here on the left. You can either select what is highlighted as the correct spelling by hitting the space bar or tapping on the word. Tapping on the word automatically inserts a space at the end. Unfortunately, hitting a double space or space does not automatically insert a period here. The other cool thing about the keyboard is that if you tap and hold on the top row, it will bring you an option for either a capitalized letter here or the alternate number 4. So if you wanted to insert a 4 rather than having you go down, hit the alternate character button, and then tapping on the number 4, what you can do is from the alphabet you can just hold down, press and long hold to get the number you want. The action is similar on the HTC keyboard. On the HTC keyboard, unlike on the Samsung one, you do have more alternate characters on all of the rows rather than just on the top row. So here it feels a little bit more cluttered, but you get more options. If you tap and hold here, you will have, and just release, it will automatically release into the numbers. If you want the alternate letters for the R's, all you would have to do is tap and hold and then slide your finger up and then release where you want to insert that character or those special characters. But if you just tap and hold, it will automatically just insert the number, which is a little bit more convenient than having to just tap and hold and then having to press again. So this is more of a two-step process on the Samsung Droid Charge, where it's more of a one-tap process on the HTC Thunderbolt. The Thunderbolt's keyboard and the Samsung Droid Charge keyboard, both keyboards are staggered keyboard arrangements and offer a nice feel. The keys are about the same size. Let's go ahead and take a look at the keyboards in landscape orientation. So here's the Samsung Droid Charge's landscape orientation, and then the landscape orientation on the HTC Thunderbolt. The Samsung Droid Charge's keyboard is a little bit more widely spaced, and the letters in landscape are a little bit bigger because it doesn't have the extra column here for the arrows. The arrows here will help you jump between different fields. So for instance, if you're on the Gmail login screen, if you're in the browser, you can toggle between the username field and the password field by hitting the arrows. The arrows are also present on in portrait orientation. They're at the bottom here. So in reality, the the HTC keyboard takes up a little bit more screen real estate. As you can see here, the top row is a little bit higher, so it shows less of what you're trying to look at on the screen because of this extra row on the bottom. The row actually is useful when you're jumping around different fields. In general, the keyboards are similar. You have the shortcut here to enter the numbers and the alternate characters on the right hand side on the HTC, and it's right here on the left hand side on the Samsung. And then you can also use the microphone here to insert text that way by voice input. So we're going to go ahead and try that right now. The Samsung Droid Charge keyboard, actually I didn't wait for it to start. Let's go ahead and try it again. The Samsung Droid Charge keyboard feels great. So as you can see here, it got it mostly right. I did speak a little bit of my previous sentence before the voice recognition began to engage, so it did bring in some of that right there, but the voice recognition is pretty accurate. So once again, here's the keyboard in portrait and in landscape, and when you're typing, the letters that you're pressing down show up in an orange bubble here, so it gives you a nice feel of what you're trying to type. There is haptic feedback on the screen, so the screen does vibrate a little bit when you're typing on the keyboard. On the HTC keyboard, again, the letters that you're pressing down, they appear in a bigger bubble at the top, but instead of the orange, here you have just the gray and the white. So this is a quick keyboard comparison between the HTC Thunderbolt and the Samsung Droid Charge. I'm Chung Nguyen for Notebooks.com. Thanks for watching.